Hello lords and ladies, welcome back to Cartoon Hangout, your place for all things cartoon. This Sunday's brand new episode, Be Cold Scooby-Doo, almost seems like it could have been a Christmas themed episode too. I guess just because it has snow doesn't mean it has to be Christmas though. Of course, like any trip the Scooby Gang take, they were bound to run into a mystery. Or as Fred so accurately puts it, a winter wonderland mystery. See, a snowman monster has been terrifying the poor tourists of Sunnyside Lodge and interrupting Shaggy's first experience with snow. Wait, his first? What about the episode Scary Christmas? That probably takes place before that episode. Not sure who was in charge of episode releases, but maybe they should step their game up. Just a suggestion, of course. The snow monster in this episode seems to be somewhat based off the snow creature from the What's New Scooby-Doo episode, There's No Creature Like Snow Creature. In that episode, the man in control of the monster was a snowboarder, and so was Heidi-Ho Swift in this episode. It's also possible the premise of this episode comes from the children's book Scooby-Doo and the Snow Monster. It also takes place on a ski resort and involves a snow monster running around. Of all the various snow monster designs I've seen, I really like this one. It's far more creepy than others and even slightly looks like it came from Mystery Incorporated, to be honest. From its thin branch arms, its crooked carrot nose, ripped scarf, to its fierce blue eyes. Not to say the other monsters that have appeared previously weren't creepy, but this one felt doubly so. And keep in mind, I don't feel the show is ever trying to truly be scary. The Scooby franchise has, to me, come off more creepy, or spoopy, as the kids say these days. Not counting things like Zombie Island, which terrified and excited me as a child. Fun thought. Mystery Incorporated really leaned hard into the mystery aspect of the franchise, right? What if after Be Cool Scooby-Doo, we got an honest-to-goodness scary iteration? Scary on the same level as Zombie Island. That would be really cool. I don't see it happening, but that's just my 2 cents. Now, while I did end up enjoying this episode, there were some moments that fell flat for me.
Ta-da!
Speaking of the devil. The running gag of this episode was the gang falling on snow. It was somewhat funny at first, but then it got pretty old. Luckily, this hasn't happened that often in the series so far. I remember an older episode where I mentioned the running gag wore out its welcome quickly. My memory's a bit fuzzy, so feel free to leave that video in the comments if you remember which one it was. But there are quite a few moments in this episode that were great, far outweighing that one complaint I had. It's not as funny as her previous Daphneisms, but I dare you to watch this episode not giggle just a little at Daphne's repeated attempts to get revenge on Fred for something he did as a child.
Keep your eyes open.
I don't see anything out of the ordinary. Do you?
Well, that snowball you're holding certainly isn't unexpected.
Nothing!
Danger radar.
Your time's coming, Buster.
The fact she still had a grudge against him is hilarious and just a little bit cute. And the fun part of this episode's Daphneism was even Fred got to play some part in it with his danger radar. I will admit to being slightly annoyed when Daphne took the chance to pelt him with a snowball when they were being chased, but considering it did lead to the monster being caught, I guess I'll give it a pass. And going off on a design tangent, I really like the outfits the characters wore. I know it's random to point out, but whoever designed the winter versions of the Scooby Gang's outfits needs to be congratulated. They just looked really nice. I especially like Daphne's because it just really seems like something she'd wear. It fits her to a T. And I don't know what was up with Fred's headgear, but it had me smiling at how stupid he looked. In a good way, of course. Basically, it was just an all-around good episode. An episode you should watch with some hot chocolate or something similar. Even the chase music was on point this episode, which fit the theme of winter. I would love to know if these are pre-existing songs or ones created for the show, because Shazam isn't helping me out here. Maybe we can get a Be Cool Scooby-Doo OST or something. Anyway, good episode. That's all I have to say, but if I missed something, let me know, and I'll elaborate on it. Thanks for watching, and take care.